Hey everyone, today we're reading Luke chapter 11 verses 14 to 36. Now we're going to primarily focus on the first part of today's reading, but I encourage you to read the entirety of today's reading in your devotional time. Now, if you caught the title of today's video, it talked about a battle. And the truth is, every day there is a battle going on over your life. Satan, the enemy, the evil one, whatever you want to call him, recognizes you as one who follows after Jesus. And he tries everything within his power to derail you, to discourage you, and to cause you to turn away from Jesus, whether that be in little small steps throughout your day or in big steps that lead you nowhere good. But spoiler alert, God has given us the tools to fight the battle and overcome with victory. Now, in today's reading, Jesus explains how there are evil forces at work in the world. Now, right as our reading opens today, Luke tells us that Jesus has just healed someone, or has just cast out a demon from a man who couldn't speak. And everyone who sees this is amazed, but they also exclaim that the reason that he can do this is because his powers are from Satan. Wow, they're trying anything and everything to discredit Jesus. But Jesus responds to this claim, and by giving a logical argument for why it's not possible for him to be drawing his power from Satan. You can read about that starting in verse 17, but we're going to pick it up in verse 21. Jesus says, "For when a strong man is fully armed and guards his palace, his possessions are safe, until someone even stronger attacks and overpowers him, strips him of his weapons, and carries off his belongings." Now, in this illustration, Satan is the strong one, but Jesus is the stronger man who comes and strips Satan of all his possessions and his weapons. Satan's power is no match for the power of Jesus. Now, here we go on to a little bit more of the explanation about this battle that I talked about earlier, that is at play for our hearts and minds. Starting in verse 24, we read that Jesus says this: "When an evil spirit leaves a person, it goes into the desert searching for rest. But when it finds none, it says, 'I will return to the person I came from.' So it returns and finds that its former home is all swept and in order. Then the spirit finds 7 other spirits more evil than itself, and they all enter the person and live there. And so that person is worse off than before." All this is to say that if once evil and darkness leave a person, or once a person eliminates certain behaviors from his or her life that are not honoring to God, if they don't start to add in good things or things of the light behaviors that keep you standing firm in Jesus, then that evil, that darkness, Satan, is going to come back full force to lay claim to heart and mind. It's not enough to just get rid of the darkness from your life, get rid of those things that are not honoring to God. You have to add in things of the light to make sure Satan doesn't have any ground to stand on the next opportunity he gets. The truth is, I hate to break it to you, our lives are going to be an oncoming battle for the rest of our days on earth. But that's just how it's going to be. The world around us is full of darkness, and it's in direct opposition to the way of Jesus. So you wonder why we feel this tension. The only way to stand up under the opposition that may come is to stay firmly rooted in Jesus, to build yourself up with the things of Jesus. Now, what does this look like? It means spending time with Jesus, staying firmly rooted in him. And practically, that is spending time in God's word, because Satan really likes to try to infiltrate our minds with lies. And so how do we fight lies? We fight lies with truth. And this is the truth. So we line up we identify the lies that Satan's trying to throw at us, and then and then put it to shame with the truth that comes from God's word. That's one way to stay firmly rooted in Jesus. Another is to talk with him, to pray, to throughout your day have a conversation, tell him how you're feeling. He cares so much for you. And so get to know him deeper. And then surround yourself too with people who are going to lead you towards Jesus. We need one another in this battle, in this fight, and God puts people in our lives for reasons. Now, I'm reminded of something else that Jesus said in the Gospel of John. He said, "In this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." In the midst of the darkness, in the midst of attacks straight from you know where, take heart and rest, knowing that the one who is in you, the one who makes his home in your heart, the one you are following after and walks with you every single moment of every single day, is greater and has already overcome the one who is in the world. Rest in that truth and arm yourself for battle today, friends. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.
If these devotional videos are helpful to you, subscribe to our channel and click the notification button so you know when we post a new video. And of course, please share them with others.